Strap yourselves in, guys. We have an epic matchup for you, all Town Hall 12s. This is the semi-final of the Elite Warrior United. We have Team Queso, a professional clan in Clash of Clans, battling CrunchTime, who had an overwhelming victory in their previous matchup. Who will win? You are going to see the whole war develop from start to finish. Who will progress to the final? Let's find out. Here we go. We have the first attack. 33 minutes remain. We have 20 attacks inside 30 minutes here. Boom of CrunchTime. You guys know this player. He is an absolute beast. Is he going to get the 3 stars? Let's find out, guys. As he starts out here with that funnel on the left-hand side, using the balloons in order to take out the defense, which helps to shift the queen down to the bottom. The party wizard comes in. The party wizard has such great damage in comparison to a regular wizard. Really helps you to set up that funnel quicker, helps you to clean up quicker, and boom, using it to his advantage here. The queen taking out the enemy king before going down. Ooh, the king's gone down, but he hasn't got pathing straight through to the town hall here. He doesn't have a jump spell. He can reach the multi, he can reach the queen, and then assumably he's bringing the hogs in front of the queen as well. There's quite a wide base at the top there, so I guess he could come in from that angle, but I'm assuming he's going to come in down towards the bottom of the base. Let's just find out. He's broke in for the queen to go even further. That was a tough move right there. Using the wall breakers to bust open that little bit of wall was definitely difficult. We're at 1 minute and 40, so time ticking on. He's got to get through this lava hound before he gets to the queen, and then we will see the hog riders come in. So around about bang on time here. They are coming in from the top of the base, so Boom feels confident here that his queen is going to get the town hall. Freezes that queen and the expo. Brilliant value there. Grand Warden's ability used very early on to help the hog riders through that section with the multi, with the giant bomb, and pressing them forward. The queen still has that rage on her. She is going to get the town hall down. The eagle artillery still standing, but this is looking incredible here as the hog riders continue to swarm around the base. 1 wizard tower and a multi left, with hog riders inside a heal spell. The eagle artillery falls. Hog riders surround the wizard tower. The archer tower is the final one to fall, and Boom is going to kick us off with a 3-star attack. He still has a freeze spell. He still has a balloon, which he could have sent in towards the clan castle, but decides to swag it. Show off. CrunchTime kicking this one off with a 3-star. Team Queso, professional Clash of Clans team, are having to answer back. CrunchTime are straight back in here. Can they get his second 3-star? Achilles now with the queen charge into Lava Loon. Queen charge very similar to the first attack there, but finishing up with the Lalo instead. Sweepers are pointed to the north and to the west, so some area, probably the east, is where the Lava Loon will be coming in from. Just breaking in initially with the queen. Good job that that wall breaker got busted, otherwise it would have set off the Giga Bomb early and meant the queen was taking even more damage. Able to hold on to that rage spell just that little bit longer. Does indeed take down the town hall. We have another live attack going on, so let's stick with this one for the moment until we know whether it's going to be a 3 or whether it's going to be a fail, and then we'll jump across. We're going to have multiple attacks that are going on at the same time. I'll try to stick with one of them to keep the flow going, but we will dive across once we kind of can predict the result. The queen takes down the town hall, charges forward towards the eagle. A 3rd attack kicks off in the background. Look at what the king has done across that side of the base. Continues to charge forward, even going to just about get the archer tower with his barbarians. Not quite. The bomb tower does take them down, but the queen at the north of the base takes out the enemy clan castle troops, takes out the eagle, and is creating fantastic pathing here for the Lalo, which again will more than likely be coming in from that eastern side. Starts with the slammer up to the north in order to target them defenses in the middle. Beautiful beautiful placement there. That will then lead the rest of the troops through. The Queen does indeed go down. I thought she was going to just skip out of the way of that Expo, but not quite enough. As the Lalo comes in, we do not have anything to take the Queen down at this point. We've just got to hope that we can get enough damage over the top of it. Balloons coming forward. Can they take that Queen down en route? Grand Warden's ability used over the top of it. She's down. The Rage spell was used. The balloons with that splash. The lava pups and minions were not moving on just yet, guys, because this is still looking good for CrunchTime. If we had a wizard or anything over by this army camp, we could pull the healers down through the Teslas to check for any traps, and we could take some tankage as we go. But this is looking good as a Lava Hound continues to come through. Balloons over the top. I think that is going to be a 3-star, no doubt, guys. Plenty of cleanup left on the map. Beautiful stuff. Let's move across to another attack because we are assuming that CrunchTime have got the 3 stars on that one. We have Team Queso coming right back at it, but this one is not going to do it. Villa Bronx securing the 2-star, but his Lava Loon assumably must have gone down. We also have Mario attacking the number 1 base, Kevin, and this one looks a little bit more promising, a lot more promising for Team Queso as the Stone Slammer only just pops. Can he get them to pass to the Wizard Tower? If that was a red air bomb, it would have been a lot better. He's got enough time by the looks of it. The balloons are going to go down. The Queen continues to come around. He's going to be tight on time, but I'm pretty sure he's got enough. The Queen will take down the gold storage relatively quickly here. The Archer Tower continues to take down, but the Skellies are probably going to be the savior. 6 seconds. No, not quite enough. I thought it was going to be very, very close, but Mario gets the 3 stars for Team Queso, which means 1 3-star for Team Queso and 2 3-stars for CrunchTime. CrunchTime in the lead at this point. Percentage still looking pretty good for Team Queso, but who is going to attack next? We have Team Queso coming back in. Oscarvum, who has qualified to the World Finals. A professional Clash of Clans player. Can he get the 3 stars using the Queen Charge into Hog Riders? Nice use of the Electro Dragon through to that right hand side. Gold storage, very vulnerable, able to tag the E-Drag onto that and get good chain value. Starts with the King over onto the northwest to just power down that side, and the Queen at this point should be drawn straight into the Town Hall. There are buildings there as well directly in front of her, which just kind of holds her in that region whilst the Wall Wrecker punches through, and then she can see the buildings in front and will be drawn to that. A couple of Hog Riders to try and take down them Teslas. If nothing else, helps to not draw the Queen in that direction, but also reduces the fire onto her. Healers got a little bit confused there. They wanted to go for the Ice Golem. The Queen did step over to the Teslas, so this could be bad, guys. She might go to the Elixir storage here. She is doing it as well. Is she going to come back for the Town Hall? She doesn't. Disaster for Team Queso. Uses the jump spell, but the healers are getting hit from the multi. He's got to get that down quickly. Just about protects them. Gets that rage in ready, and he's going to put that minion in to try and help the healers because they will get picked off quickly here by the lava pups. You can see them going down. Panic stations. We have the Town Hall activated, so nothing is going to happen here in terms of the 2 stars. He can easily hit that with the Hog Riders. Spread the others around. There's a lot of trash buildings. The 2-star is secured, but the 3-star definitely a lot more difficult here. Can the Queen get the enemy Queen? She doesn't. Hog Riders coming to the Town Hall. Make sure to save some in the back pocket so that he can snipe off some defenses. Free up some of them buildings on the outside. Hog Riders get through that Giga Bomb and move forward with a heal spell. Tries to merge them other 9 in alongside them. Might as well use the heal spells to his advantage. Wizards onto that side. No party wizards for this one, just the regular wizards are going to be used. How much percentage can Team Queso rack up here? They are 1 3-star behind, and obviously they are behind on percentage because of that. So far, CrunchTime 100%, and guys, if you do want to join CrunchTime, if you are a Town Hall 12 player, be sure to join my Discord server. You can find everything you need to know there. It is going to be approximately 70% here for Team Queso, but 3 stars is what they are going to need. They're only 3 attacks in. They still have 7 attacks here. CrunchTime have 8, so still a lot of attacks left to go in the short space of around about 20 minutes. So we're going to have non-stop action. Let's see if the Warden can take out that enemy queen. He's actually being smart here, going for the clan castle. Is he going to have enough time? He's not. It is going to be a 72% for Team Queso, but the next attack is going to come in very soon. There it is. I was waiting. There it is. It is by CrunchTime. Not a bird, attacking Villa Bronx. Villa Bronx did have his attack before, didn't quite get it done, got the 2 stars. This one is the regular Lalo, but it looks like we have an Electro. Notice the clone spell down to the bottom of the army composition, so potentially coming in from the north behind the sweepers could give us access to the queen and potentially taking out the defenses up there. Let's see where they decide to come in from. Nice baller bounce to take out the mortar there. Force the king up and around. There's the ice golem in order to help, and the party wizard, the limited edition troop. I love limited edition troops. I think they are awesome. They don't have to be so overpowering. The party wizard is pretty good, to be fair, but I do think they are great for a limited time. Let's see here, as the king and queen able to just take out some of them defenses, that will allow the slammer to directly target the multi. I'm thinking this is what he's going to do, but is it? Queen continues to come around the base, going to have to pop that ability. We see another attack popping off on the bottom of your screen. King creates a massive funnel on that side. Here come the E-Drags alongside a couple of loons, test for traps, and the slammer. We didn't quite get the warden down there. The E-Drags went in first, which was interesting because one of them hit the black air bomb and lost a ton of health. The clone spell now gets used, clones the E-Drag. They are going to get the queen. Can they get the multi and the town hall? That is what they are wanting to get from this. Uses that rage to get the town hall down. Moving forward, if they get a chain onto the clan castle, they don't. That's a high HP building, could have got great value there. I think they wanted the multi down as well, so I'm not sure that they are going to get it. Suicides a couple of loons over to that in order to take it down. Only loses a couple, but he has used a haste, which he wasn't expecting. Has to use a haste early on here as well. Lava hounds pop over the base, freeze onto the wizard and the multi. Beautiful placement there. Tries to haste the rest of the loons through. It is still looking good. The Grand Warden's ability gets used as the balloons come over that multi. The wizard tower, the eagle, takes that down. We don't have any spells though to power us onto the multi and the wizard tower. That is where that final haste spell would have really came in handy right now. It does look like it's going to fall. It's not going to be a 3, so let's find out what Sid of Team Queso is doing. He has got a lava loon on his hands as well. He has the skelly for the queen. In comes the slammer. He's already taken out the town hall. There is the healers moving across to try and get over to the king. Like we said, good stuff here because it's tanking. Might also set off some traps. It is tanking for that Grand Warden statue as the balloons come through. Queen still not quite down, but I think she is now down. Can't quite see the skellies, still keeping her distracted as the balloons move through. They have gone down incredibly quick though. Sid not quite getting fortunate on this one, then pops the tornado trap. It is going to be around about 80% here, but definitely not going to be a 3. Like we said, it's going to be non-stop attacks. We have Thief going in against Rigatores, the team captain of Team Queso. Can they get the 3 stars? Can they put CrunchTime one step closer to the finals? Queen Charge coming forward from that bottom area. King used to just take out that area. Has to use the ability here to try and take out the defenses because that multi is further away than what the defenses were. The Queen would have still walked there, so that King's ability was vital. Fortunately, the healers do not swap to the king either. Queen continues to take enough health. What is she doing? She goes around the base anyway. Tries to send a loon in to get that multi, but it's not going to happen. Thief hitting disaster stations here. Needed to get into that multi. Needed to get the eagle. Could have also got the queen. Healers going down fast. now has to adjust on the fly. CrunchTime still in the lead, nothing to panic here. They just have to secure the high percentage 2 stars on this one. They are in the lead on percent as well, so they do not want to lose that. Waits until the queen takes enough damage, pops that ability, trying to take out any kind of defenses here and create a straight shot towards that town hall. Uses a couple of balloons to the back end here as well, because that town hall has to be activated, has to get to that 51. Should now have enough percent that he can get it, but we have another live attack. Thief, we know is going to get that 2 star. That is going to be secured. We can pop back and see the percentage, but Team Queso have to get a 3 star, so let's see if they can get it done. Queen takes a lot of damage early on, has to use that rage spell. I'm pretty sure he will have intended to use that as well. Uses a Hog Rider just to take out that air defense as well. Nicely done. Again, not going to draw the queen up in that area, but it does mean the healers, for whatever reason, if they did go over there, wouldn't be vulnerable to that air defense either. Using the king, has to probably press the ability here if he wants the queen to be drawn in. She should just go to that multi anyway, but she is going to take a little bit longer, and the healers are taking damage from that multi. You can take a little bit of damage on the healers, but you don't want to take too much, because then a red air bomb could just wipe them straight out. There is the jump spell, gives him access to the queen. Hopefully he can get that first before locking onto the lava hound. He does. That is exactly what they needed. Lava Hound now going to go down, but there's no defenses on the queen, so he shouldn't really need to burn that much of a rage or a spell or anything here. Just a couple of minions to help protect the healers, because again they have gone down on health. Queen continues to come forward. The king still alive down there. What an absolute beast. The party wizard with that increased damage also almost got the defense. Could have helped out in terms of the Lalo as well, because he's not going to path down to that area until last. It would have helped out in terms of the Lava Hound. It's not going to matter massively though. This is still going to plan. It's looking tremendous. The queen comes forward. She pops that ability to get that eagle. Not only gets the eagle, it will continue the balloons down on that path as they move around the base here. Plenty of them swarming this bottom area. Takes a lot of damage from that wizard tower with one of them. A heal spell would be tremendous right now. A heal, if he had enough spell spaces, would have guaranteed the 3, but with so many balloons here, as long as he can get through this one wizard tower, he should be good for the back end wizard tower and the Tesla farm. I think this is looking good. The wizard tower is going to get a lot of damage on them, but there's far too many loons there that it can't hit them all at the same time. It crushes to the ground. The Teslas go down. 42 seconds. It is going to be a 3 star for Team Queso, so they've caught up on 3 stars. Probably still behind on percent a little bit. Can Kevin get CrunchTime another 3 star and put themselves back in the lead? They need to turn this around and just bounce back. They had 2 3 stars right off the bat. They need to do another one now to really put themselves in a good position, because Team Queso are starting to get the momentum together here, and they could easily turn this around if CrunchTime aren't careful. Another attack starts at the bottom. We knew this was going to happen, guys. The queen does go down to the enemy queen as she continues to come forward, uses that ability. Once he has the central defenses down here, he knows that the Hog Riders will path easily down over to the town hall. Not quite at that 51%. He's got the earthquake. I think he's activated that a little bit too early. The hogs are taking a little bit of damage there, and the pathing would have still been great down towards the town hall. Could have probably saved that earthquake. An extra 2 seconds, maybe even 3 seconds there to reduce damage on the hogs. He's still got a lot of them though as they come through. He's got a heal spell, which is probably going to be used over by this wizard tower. This one Tesla is an issue, as it could pull the Hog Riders and mean that his heal spell is difficult to place. Yes, it does. He's going to have to use that heal. The hogs are taking major damage from the multi. Saves onto it. Does well there. In fact, I would have probably used it in front of the wizard tower and over that area, but I think that would have been the wrong call, because the bomb tower on the back end here would have shredded his troops. 42 seconds. It's getting close. I think he might just get this. Kevin, I know that you are a beast, my friend. Let's come ahead and get ourselves the 3 star. We've got the healers. They're on the warden though, but the warden does a tremendous amount of damage. Queen comes around. 25 seconds. Get ready to celebrate, guys, because CrunchTime They are going to get a 3-star here. Party Warden surrounds that area. It's the regular Warden. It's the Party Wizards. But I don't care. It's a party in here because CrunchTime have just got another 3-star attack. What can Team Queso do on response? 2 attacks underway at the same time. Slammer comes forward. Lots of Hog Riders here. CrunchTime might have just been answered back straight away by Team Queso as they come through. There's so many Hog Riders, I can't see this going south. The only possibility is if the Hog Riders split equally here, which they do. That's going to reduce the damage. Hog Riders take down the Wizard Tower, which was huge. Even if he loses a couple of Hogs here, he's still got more than enough to surround this area, I think. Team Queso are answering straight back with a 3-star here. And what happens with the other attack? Let's check it out. If we haven't missed it already, we haven't. That is going to be a 3-star. So we are already 3 3-stars to 3 3-stars. Incredible stuff here. The highest level of content in the Elite Warrior United. Only one clan will progress to the finals. Team Queso right back into it here. Fed coming forward with that Queen Charge. If you haven't noticed, guys, the Queen Charge is used by the highest skill players. It's a high skill cap, but high skill, high reward strategy, should we say. So if you want to get better, you should be practicing with this. Slammer comes in towards that bomb tower. It is going to take out a couple of defenses and just help with the pathing of the loons here. Warden in nice and early as well. Queen goes down to the Expo. That could cost him again. He's got a wizard here that he could pull the healers with. If he has that wizard over to the right hand side, or potentially over to 5 o'clock, he could pull the healers over the multi and check for traps. I'm sure that that is what he will be doing, moving around here. Grand Warden's ability gets used over the town hall, protects the loons initially from all of that damage, but also from the Giga Bomb as well. Hasn't put that wizard in order to pull the healers and check for traps, but he's got it for cleanup. And so many loons move down to the bottom. Not looking good for CrunchTime here, as it looks like Team Queso are closing in on their 4th Town Hall 12 triple. A professional Clash of Clans team, and that is why, because they knock it out of the park each and every time. 3 stars just coming in one after another. So CrunchTime get a 3-star, cheering, and then Team Queso come back with 2 3-stars, both together. 30 seconds, but I think there's more than enough time unless the minion and lava pup went down. This is a full health storage. This could be devastating for CrunchTime, for Team Queso, sorry. Could be awesome for CrunchTime. The lava pups and minions come across. I think they're going to have enough time, guys. He's now got a lot of them on there. It's ticking down. 6, 5, 4. Oh, not even close. 3 stars in the bag for Team Queso. Let's come back to the board here. 8 minutes left. 13 stars from CrunchTime, 18 from Team Queso. They are 1 3-star in the lead with 2 extra attacks. That is a 50% hit rate. They've had 2 extra attacks. They've got 1 extra 3-star and 1 extra 2-star. That's still pretty good odds from CrunchTime, who at this present moment are above 50%. They've used 5 attacks and have 3 3-stars. So they are still percentage-wise in the driving seat, but I would far rather have that extra 3-star on the board. So it is looking good for CrunchTime, but it is looking good for Team Queso as well. The next 8 minutes are going to be incredibly exciting. Phaethon of Team Queso, if he gets a 3-star here, this then definitely puts CrunchTime backs against the wall. Queso in the driving seat. Let's see what happens. The king powers down that left hand side, going to allow the queen to easily walk to the town hall. She's going to be under immense fire here once the town hall is activated, and she also steps in range of them expos. Very smart of the queen to get the Grand Warden altar out of the way. That does a huge amount of damage. Love the use of the wall breakers there. I think they might have been a little bit slow due to the freeze spell, but used the queen in order to get that down anyway. So what am I talking about? Phaethon has cool, calm, collected attack in the works here as that queen charge continues to tear apart the right side of this base. The queen's ability is used probably due to time ticking down, and he's going to get the queen, the expo, the multi, and now the queen is safe. She can walk down the side of the base here, start the Lalo at the top. If she could take that air defense, it would also mean that the Lava Hounds were not going to race across the base, but it's not really going to matter because there's not much base left. Team Queso flying forward here, and I've only just thought, guys, we had 8 minutes for CrunchTime to do 5 attacks. That is a lot of attacks. It's going to be an epic finish, and they still haven't started attacking, but this is looking good as the Stone Slammer still has balloons inside of it, we would assume. Slammer at full health as well. This has gotten 3-star written all over it, guys. No way that we can time fail at this point either. Grand Warden's ability, freeze spell, haste spell, rage spell, still troops in the bag. I mean, who is this guy? Phaethon tears apart this base like none other. Swagging spells and troops all over the map, doesn't even pop the slammer. That was one of the most epic and overpowering queen charge Lalo attacks that I have seen in a long time, and Phaethon puts Team Queso right in the driving seat now with 5 minutes left. CrunchTime have 5 attacks left to do at a 3 3-star and 2 2-star ratio. They are looking pretty good, but what is going to happen in the final 5 minutes? Non-stop, we are in. Fail time came in first, so let's go with this attack. It is queen charge into miners. Looks like CrunchTime are now going all out. We have 5 attacks. Can they do it? Both clans approximately on a 67% hit rate. What that means is how many 3-stars you have and how many bases cleared versus the amount of hits you have done. Approximately both clans on a 67%-ish. But Team Queso with extra 3-stars in the bag, you'd always take them each and every day. We cleared each side of the base here. The queen going to step up towards the multi-inferno. Also, we have that slammer in order to help out. Where are the miners going to come from? Assumably straight in towards the town hall. Actually could be that top side because the king has funneled out that area. So what is going to happen here with fail time? We've seen him getting 3-stars non-stop. He got a 3-star very comfortably in the quarterfinals. So can he do it in the semi-finals again? Once we know the result of this attack, I will then jump to the others. I know there are other attacks, but I don't want to be jumping in and out of attacks. I want to try and focus on one, and then we will know what happens. There we go. The miners do come from that side. Slammer will be used up towards that multi-inferno. Wants to save it though until he knows that that town hall is going to go down. The queen losing the healers here, so he might have to hold on to that slammer longer than he wanted. Gambles, knows that the queen is now onto that town hall safe, pops that ability, and it's going to go down. The miners continue to come through the base here very convincingly. They are just moving straight through. The slammer lags a little bit behind, which could cause the miners to split a little bit, but they should move up towards that Tesla farm. The freeze spell gets used on the multi and the air defense. Interesting. I thought he might have used it up to the Tesla farm for the miners. Gets 1 wizard tower down, which was crucial, but it's not looking ideal. The healers onto the warden. 57 seconds. Let's dive out of it. I'm not feeling that confident there. Wow, this is insane. Strike coming forward as well with the Lalo. Balloons are very low on health coming through here, and he doesn't have a lot towards this multi. He's got quite a few on the perimeter of the base. They have to close in, but he's got no spells in order to take this down, so it looks like this one is also not working out for CrunchTime. Can I fail get any better success? It looks like he's got better, but it's not going to be a 3. Hog Riders on their own now are going to fall to the ground, so 3 attacks by CrunchTime, and they are all going to result in 2-star attacks, meaning that Team Queso are very much now in the driving seat. It is not over. There is the minor attack, very, very close. High percentage 2-stars from them all, but Rigatores, team captain of Team Queso, wanting to put this to bed, wanting to send Team Queso into the final of Elite Warrior United. Can he do it? Coming in from the top of the base with his funneling troops initially. Queen charge to that town hall. Similar base to what we seen earlier. Then Laloing, no doubt, from 3 o'clock and around that way to try and avoid the sweepers as best as possible. Tries to initially take out some defenses. That will help funnel his queen to the town hall. You've seen a similar attack previously where the queen looped up and around, so definitely does not want that to happen. Queen just taking her time here. He's only used 35 seconds, now 40, within the attack. So he's still got lots of time here. Lava Hound pops. The minion in to protect the healers. The healers are very much your valued asset here. If they go down, your queen will go down, so you've got to protect them healers. She's going to take the town hall, then she's going to step around the sides of the base here. That's going to continue helping to create that funnel for the Lalo. We have the red ring. Come on. What's going on with this attack? Is it my connection? Is it his connection? I hope it's not his connection. For the sake of this tournament, let's try and back out and see what's happening. It might be his connection. They have another attack coming in here against Boom of CrunchTime. Queen charge. We'll try and dive back across to Rigatore's attack any moment now. The jump spell allows his queen access to the enemy queen, and the eagle uses that freeze. I'm not sure it was the best place there. It did protect the queen just enough. Presses that ability. Obviously had nothing else to do. Could have used the ability first, followed by the freeze, but either way, gets the job done. Takes down the eagle, takes down the queen, steps forward to the expo. Can she stay alive here? It's looking good. It looks very good, this. Takes down that expo. That improves pathing for the Lalo, not to mention the damage that would do. And she also takes out another air defense as well. Uses that Grand Warden's ability early. Hopefully you guys can see why. He has 2 multi-infernos, a wizard tower, not to mention the air skellies doing damage to his loons, so he gets through that area. That's the dangerous area done now, and he's still got a lot of loons, but he's still got a lot of splash damage. Takes down the wizard tower. If that poison was a haste, he'd already have balloons over to that multi. Are they going to get that? They're not, guys. And with a wizard tower, an air defense, and a couple of archer towers, everything is going to fall here. And I don't think that Queso are going to get that. But let's move back across. Rigatores, let's see. Has he done it? What's happened? I pressed right as the attack finished. No, he hasn't. 78% it is. Moving across to CrunchTime. They've got to get 3 stars now. And they've got to get 3 stars to close out the war. It's an 86%. And it's not going to happen for them. War ending. That attack is still going. What has been happening on war events? Just 2-star attacks from CrunchTime finishing off. You can see there that deadly moment where it was non-stop 3 stars and 4 back-to-back. Team Queso getting the victory and moving through to the semi-finals. Amazing stuff. Congrats to them. GG to CrunchTime as well. If you missed the quarterfinals where CrunchTime took the war and just smashed it, you can check it out. I'm going to link that video here, but that wraps it up. Until next time, peace out.